Today's sunshine note is titled Heartache and Hope. A thief comes only to rob, kill, and destroy. I came so that everyone would have life and have it in its fullest. John chapter 10, verse 10. It's been a while since I've shared from the journal I began when I was a teenager, so here's another entry. The other night I had a conversation with a friend who told me that he feels life is meaningless. He admitted that at times he has no desire to live. He even admitted that there have been nights when he has gone to bed and prayed that he would die in his sleep. Then he wouldn't have to wake up and face another day. Life has been very tough for him and he's had enough. He was ready to say goodbye to new days, new opportunities, and new hope. When I went to bed that night, I lay awake thinking, some of the things he said were true. Life can be tough. Life can seem incredibly unfair. And sometimes we expect life on this old earth to be more like heaven. We expect to escape heartaches and heartbreaks. But that is only one side of life. There's another side that so many don't see. There are times when we can get a taste of heaven on earth. Because I really believe, that with every heartache comes hope. For example, God doesn't promise you no pain, but He does promise to help you survive. God doesn't promise you no lonely days, but He does promise never to leave you. God doesn't promise you fame, but He does promise that you're important to Him. God doesn't promise you no death, but He does promise you eternal life. God doesn't promise you good looks, but He does promise inward beauty. God doesn't promise that you will never sin, but He does promise always to forgive. God doesn't promise that every prayer will be answered in the way you wish, but He does promise to hear every prayer and that His answer is what's best for you. God doesn't promise no tears, but He does promise that someday you will live in a place where tear ducts won't be needed for crying. So you see, if you look for it, there is good in this life. God does provide a way to make this life not only bearable, but also even enjoyable. Along with every heartache, there is hope. A thief comes only to rob, kill, and destroy. I came so that everyone would have life and have it in its fullest. John chapter 10, verse 10. May God bless you today.